Good morning again. So Caleb and I were talking about sacrifices the other day, right? And Caleb was having, some decisions to make on sacrifices because he didn't pull out.
I did pull out.
No, you didn't. You're a liar. So he had some girl that he was, right? And then he said they were going for round 2 and drinking, and then all of a sudden he gets a phone call, hey, I think I'm pregnant. So Caleb went into panic mode, being the young guy that he is, and I told him he should always wrap it. But this isn't about, what do they call that? Personal protection? PPE?
Sure.
No, what is it?
PPE.
No. What do they call condoms? There's something like that. I don't even. There's some word out there in the world. Anyway, making sacrifices. Caleb didn't make the sacrifices to wrap it. So then the sacrifices will come at a change in his life and lifestyle. So then he was like, oh man, I can't smoke weed anymore. If I was smoking weed, I can't drink. I can't go to the strip club. I can't buy race car parts. I'm going to have a kid. I'm going to have to get a cheaper car and do all this lifestyle changes, right? He didn't say I'm going to have to go buy a new car. Or go buy another car, or get a car payment.
No, I was going to buy 2007.
Sacrifices to your current lifestyle and make changes, right?
I was going to buy a
So I don't know what it is with the AI, but I'm sitting here watching TikTok in the morning, and then I see this used car dealer posting customers and cars and the prices, right? So here's one of the examples. He's telling the YouTube or a TikTok, his audience, that customer came in to buy a Corvette. It was no money down. It was 30% interest. I don't know, it was like 8-year loan or something. I don't even know what the year was. It was like the maximum loan. $2,500 a month. So if you're getting interest rates at 30%, that tells you you're financially in trouble.
Yeah, and that's like the highest interest rate I think you can have is 29 point something.
But this used car dealer was just showing almost kind of like where people say, why am I making fun of my customers? I'm not. This guy's not making fun of his customers either. You can interpret it any way you want. That he had a product that the customer wanted to buy, and he just displayed the content, right? He wasn't saying, this customer, his credit's so bad, but he can make the $2,500 a month Corvette payment so he can brag to his friends and go to the club and car shows until they repossess the car. So the story kind of says it all by the interest rate. Now, if he would have said 0 down, 0 interest, customer got in the car for $2,500 a month, tell me that customer's usually a smart consumer because his credit score is high. He's entitled to the benefits of having good credit. So then the same used car dealer again had another post of a 380,000 mile Audi Q4, whatever pile of crap it was. It's crazy, right? No money down, or 1,000 down, maximum terms, interest rate was the same, saying $500 a month.
380,000 miles.
Yeah. Do you think that person can afford to fix that Audi?
Absolutely not.
Do you think that Audi is ready to blow up?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But he sold her that car. These consumers weren't willing to make sacrifices in their life, right? They're making bad decisions to impress their friends and their neighbors. And if you're being judged by the car that you drive, there's a problem. You need new friends, right? And if your mentality is you're displaying your success rate because the world shows you that, like, oh, well, he has a Lamborghini and he has a mansion and he has this and he has that and he has all these chains. Half of that shit's fake. They don't own any of it. You know how many popular rap stars and movie stars are bankrupt and their shit's been for sale for years and years and years and in debt and don't pay their taxes? That's all facade. So the point is, these people, these consumers or whatever it is, that's a bad habit, and they're not willing to sacrifice driving an old car like me and Caleb. Caleb has, what year's your Honda?
98.
98?
I mean, granted, I have a lot of money in it, but
You restored it.
I restored it. And then
You're not making any payments on it.
No, and then my daily driver's a 08, and I bought that cash, $1,800, put money into it.
But if you really wanted to, you could go get a $1,200 or $1,500 a month car payment. But how practical and smart is that?
It's not. I could go buy a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 car, but why am I doing that?
No problem. Right? So sacrifices. Like when I was younger, I drove hoopties, and then when my income level and credit got better, and then I kind of dabbled into that. Oh well, you drive a hoopty, you drive all this. My pockets were always full of money. My bills were always paid. I've always had a house. You know, I didn't rent. And then as I got older in life, near where are you going to be in the next 10 years? I'm like, all right, well, me personally, I'm not going to even lease a car through my business anymore. Why would I want to make anyone else financially more stable than myself? So now I don't do that, right? And I drive a 97 F-150 and 87 Monte Carlo. But I could go buy, if I really wanted to, a car that costs $10,000 a month. I mean, and it still probably wouldn't affect me at all. But why would I do that? So my neighbors can see my $300,000 car sit in my driveway all the time, or driving around on shitty roads.
Then you're scared to park it when you're.
I'm not even interested in that.
Well, yeah, but that's.
I'm not even interested. I had a Corvette Z06. All it did was sit in my driveway. I had a CLS Mercedes, and it's not the first Mercedes. Drove the crap out of it. It basically fell apart as a daily driver. Right? That's not practical. So, making sacrifices, you know, and that's a lot of the problems with today's world is that they don't make sacrifices. And you have to make sacrifices to get ahead, but then you have to learn the behavior of, hey, you know, I really have all this, but what can I do better with it, right? If you have children, young children, all that, you want them to have a good future. But today, you see it. You see how many people walking around with $1,000 sneakers, $1,500 chain, a fucking watch that's probably $5,000 that you don't even need a watch today because your cell phone has everything in it, just so that they can pretend that they're rich or they're some hood rat rapper or entrepreneur or whatever, and they have negative credit and nothing in the bank. And then opposite, you have people walking around that look like bums that are loaded. But there's a reason why they're like that. You understand? They drive in a piece of shit. It still runs and drives. They got torn up clothes and jeans and shoes, but they never say no. They, yes, I want that, and I'll take that, and, you know, fix my house and fix my car and take care of my kids.
The most wealthy people buy Hondas.
I'm just saying in general,
yeah,
making
that's
sacrifices.
my point. Like what you're saying, buy Hondas.
Like the regular customer here. Now this dude could go buy a new car. He's not stupid by no means. He's very smart. Driving an older car, puts a couple bucks in it, loves it. He's back here today loving it. Smart consumer. Smart consumer. We have people in here all the time driving brand new cars, can't even keep up with them. So, smart choices. Stop worrying about impressing your friends and your neighbors and your girlfriend and your boys, and worry about yourself. I make sacrifices every day. Caleb makes sacrifices every day. But put yourself in a good financial position. And that's my best advice today. Make sacrifices to put yourself in your best financial position. Thanks for watching.